Hi, I'm Supermoon Tarot, and in today's video, I'm talking to my Cancers. Hello, guys. How are you doing? I'm excited to say that today's video, when I took the poll and it was chosen and won, it only won by 1%. That is so exciting because love, spirituality, and career I find all equally important. So to see that you guys feel the same way too is pretty darn cool. So career won by only a mere 1%. And so the way this video is going to work is the first half is going to be all your energy and the story behind that. And the second half is going to be you and your career's energy and the story behind that. This is mostly for my sun signs, but moon and rising are always welcomed. This is just about the message resonating. So let's get started. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Ooh, I love this. We're already hopping off. This is actually very career-oriented within itself. I love this. I'm still going to be choosing cards for the career spread, but I love this. So let's first talk about the energy. It might be a little difficult to talk about, but it's still important. So I can see in the Devil card there is some cycles that really need to end. They are unhealthy. They are not helping you. I do want you to keep in mind, a lot of people put some negative connotation around this card, and I just want to send it nothing but love and compassion, because it's an important thing to understand, because we can achieve anything through love. When we are trying to fulfill a void within ourselves by either binging or holding things back, restricting, this is how the unhealthy habits occur, essentially. And so while other people just might see us doing things that they don't agree with, and they're just like, ugh, I wouldn't handle it like that, or maybe you even see that within yourself, understand, like, you're trying to fix something. Something needs to be worked on or healed or actually given a real concrete solution. And right now, this is how you feel that it can be fixed. So you're trying to do the right thing. The effort and the intention is there, but it's just not going to lead in the direction you're hoping for. And I can see over in the Six of Cups, this can be anything from a person from the past to just something from the past. This could be something to do with like your childhood. So I want you to keep that in mind if you need a place to look in order to figure out what's the root of the problem and then therefore solve it. And we love that. We love shadow work. We love that type of thing. Also understand that you can do inner healing child work by listening to meditations, or even right now in this moment talking to that version of yourself. What from that time in your life started all of this? You can ask, be patient, and find out, and then start giving it love and attention, and that ultimately can solve the issue. So I just want to put that out there. But anyways, that being said, we can get a lot more detailed about what that is when we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This can be a couple different things. This can be anything from feeling too much codependency on other people. So again, if the Six of Cups is somebody else, this is where it can pop up in this kind of way. But it can also pop up when you feel like you've been owed something and you're not getting it. Now, keep in mind, that's never gotten anyone anywhere, unfortunately. I don't have any judgment of you feeling that way. There's nothing like wrong with it. You're just trying to process your feelings, and it is frustrating when you don't feel like you're getting back from the world all your hard effort, and you're kind of pretty much tired of it. That's like the main thing Spirit's making me feel. You're sick of it. You're like, why can't I? And there's a sense of wanting to have like feeling this is a version of confidence to understand. But unfortunately, it's putting out the vibe to the world that you are without. And then you're getting that reflected back to you. And that's not what we want for you. We want you to feel great about yourself and receive all this good stuff and be freed from things that you think are solving the ultimate problem but are not. So let's get into that, because I do see a positive omen around the corner, which I'm really excited for you, with the King of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. But there's some awareness to keep in mind with the Fool card in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So your ultimate goal is the King of Pentacles. Love this card for you. This is a total 180. This is somebody who is a complete master of themselves. They're a master of manifestation. But with the pentacles, this refers to our body. This can refer to things that we can see, taste, and touch. So this can talk about overcoming this issue that you have in the Devil card. So this is beautiful. This is, again, complete 180. Not only someone who feels healed, but they are able to understand who they were when they were in that place, how to get out of it, and then they prevent it in the future because they understand the whole schematics of everything, essentially. When it comes to manifesting, keep this in mind. This is there's a key going. There are two key components to you being more in control of this situation. But in general, who doesn't love to manifest? In the Six of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is able to manifest because he just loves to work, and it's not about being a workaholic. It's about understanding that because he finds joy in the journey of the business, like he enjoys the day-to-day, like he just business himself, the day-to-day career, he understands that he is bringing this sort of vibrant energy, and that's what he gets back. The world says, oh, you think that your job is so fun and fulfilling and worth a lot to you. Well, we'll give you the money back because of that. So that's really beautiful. You can bring this energy to even a career that maybe isn't your dream career right now, but it's just something you're doing to make money. You can find that joy and love. Like, how can you make it more exciting? How can you make it more efficient? Just the act of enjoying the process in itself. So that's something to consider. And there's a sense of, and this is also something that's a total 180 from the Devil card. This is someone who feels like they can depend on themselves because they find this joy in the everyday. And so how can you find joy in yourself and with your environment in the everyday, and therefore build trust within yourself? Because you're like, okay, I can trust that I'll bring a good time to it. I can trust that I'll get the work done because I know me and how I'll handle the situation. And slowly but surely that void can be filled. You see what I'm saying? Now, the Six of Pentacles is a really interesting direction because I don't feel like you're in this mental state at all, which is fine. Like, people don't, this doesn't have to be the ultimate goal for everyone, but it's a way that you get to the King of Pentacles. It's almost like you have to go from somebody who's more focused on themselves and focus on other people, but you are not going to ultimately end in an energy where you have to force yourself to be an extremely giving person and it's all about the community. It's just a way to get you out of that mindset, to find some sense of like balance and then get you to the King of Pentacles, essentially. So yes, the Six of Pentacles is somebody who's incredibly giving. So that's fantastic. We love that. And they are able to give. And if you don't have money to give, you can give your energy, you can give your time, you can give your emotions, you can give your support. But here's the cool thing, and this is where the lesson's being learned for you. It's about the selflessness of giving and kind of getting outside yourself. But the Six of Pentacles for sure knows how to put up boundaries and say, okay, yeah, I'm giving, but time and a place. And that's beautiful. It's about understanding that it's not one or the other. You don't have to completely give or completely be selfish. It's not selfish, and this is what the Six of Pentacles teaches. It's not selfish to take time for yourself. And it's not completely like, it doesn't have to be the ultimate goal or you're more of a good person or more of a bad person if you pick one spectrum. Do you see what I'm saying? It's someone who's just kind of like in the moment, having a good time, seeing people feel happy. They realize by fostering love in other people, they are able to then give it to themselves because they understand that concept better. And they are also building confidence because they realize they're still a good person if they need to take time for themselves, because by taking care of themselves, they are therefore able to take care of other people. And that translates in the long term in the King of Pentacles as someone who understands that by giving love and support to the world, to themselves, they are able to then give it to the world, and then the world can give it back to them. And in this case, in anything you want, whether that be love, money, whatever. So it's an interesting concept you're fathoming in order to get to the King of Pentacles. But one last thing with, sorry, I was, for a second, I was feeling self-conscious how long this is, but that's the whole joy of these. What am I saying? What am I thinking? With the Knight of Pentacles, this is someone who's not doing something for the greater good. And there's sort of like a forced energy behind this of like, I want this now. I want this to change now. And this is kind of a loving card of saying you need to get in realignment of doing things for the greater good for the reasons we discussed in the Six of Pentacles. But also it's about saying like, don't try to force something if you don't feel it's right. You don't have to see this as like a path that you have to force. In fact, don't see the path at all. Just understand like it's something you're doing, and then try not to think too far ahead, and it will naturally work itself out into the King of Pentacles. But when you're going to make an effort to be more giving and loving to other people because you understand where it's going to ultimately lead in the King of Pentacles, and maybe in your head you're like, oh, I was giving and loving. Why haven't I gotten this back yet? Again, that mentality in the Nine of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse is saying, just be in the moment, see what you can get out of it, see the lesson you can go learn, go back, journal, contemplate how you can then transfer that sort of love to yourself, and don't worry about it. Don't see the path. Don't worry about how long it takes. It's not that it's going to take forever. It's just try to get out of that mindset. And by removing the path, it's almost like you're teleporting to the end rather than journeying to the end, if that makes sense. So it's very interesting and abstract, but it's still true nonetheless. Now, the Fool card is just the positive direction of being aware of like popping over here, of like the more beautiful energy you're moving towards, which is great. But it's one last thing to consider. The Fool believes that good things are going to ultimately happen to them, that the ending is going to be great. And so it is. Belief is everything. If you need somewhere to focus your attention and thoughts, instead of feeling frustration for your situation, focus on how you'd like it to be and believe that's how it's going to be. Focus on the fact that not when is it going to happen, you were owed that it was going to happen, but that it is going to happen, and you're so happy and excited that it is. And then the Fool card kind of detaches themselves and enjoys the journey in between. So just some things to consider. So let's get into, where are my cards? Let's get into the energy now of your career. That's so funny. Oh, that's fantastic. Interesting. It's almost like it's on the sidelines. I think you actually have a lot of good stuff coming your way, interestingly enough, when it comes to like financial opportunities and stuff. But it's kind of got a context for what's about to happen, and then like what's going to happen right after that, like right outside when you understand and fathom a certain like lesson you're understanding. Did I say that twice? Sorry about that. So it's kind of funny because it's almost like the universe is like giving you a little side eye of being like, come on, you don't be like that. I'm giving you good stuff. Come on. Because the Sun card is basically getting 95% of what you want. A pretty fantastic card. It doesn't even have the connotation the way the Nine of Cups does in reverse, which is when you get what you want, but there's a catch. That's not the case. It just means like you get a vast majority of what you want, but maybe not like every single thing. And like that's usually the case for a lot of people, and that's fine. But I think it's really funny that it's paired with the Five of Cups. Yeah, Five of Cups in reverse. I don't know where the Four of Cups came from. The Five of Cups in reverse is when you essentially like something doesn't quite work out, and this is like a loving way of the universe being like, yeah, it's fine. It didn't work out. It really wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't something that made or break anything. Actually, everything's a lot better than you're realizing it is. It's kind of like crying over spilled milk or anything. It's not anything to insult your feelings. It's just, again, kind of harping on the idea of being like, are you focusing on the 5% you're not getting? Because it doesn't really matter. You got 95%. It's all good. And this is something important to pay attention to because of where it leads with the Nine of Cups. And I love that it eventually leads there. So essentially you get this great thing. This could be a new job. This could be a promotion. It's this feeling of like something that you thought you wanted. And that's a key word that Spirit's making me think. You do get it and you do enjoy it, but it's what you thought you wanted. And by getting it, you're not only enjoying the benefit of getting it, but you start to understand, ooh, I thought I wanted this. Now I do understand what I want, which is really interesting. So it's the type of lesson being learned in a good way. So, oh man, I am getting winded. I gotta remember to breathe. So I can see in the Hangman, what kind of starts this all off is that there's some sort of evaluation of some sort, which is great. It works out in your favor, but there's some things to note here. In the Eight of Pentacles, you're basically being told you need to make more of a concerted effort. And this is because of the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So as you get this opportunity where you're going to basically be chosen and they basically want to see what you can do in order to be like, oh, okay, are we going to give them the promotion or not? Can they handle these new responsibilities we're essentially going to give them? And I'll be honest with you, all these connotations do heavily more imply a promotion of all, like if we're trying to decipher what kind of financial opportunity you're getting. So that's great. Who doesn't love that? But with this new career and promotion, luck is not necessarily on your side. But that doesn't mean you don't get it. We see the confirmation multiple times that you are going to get it, but that it's not like you're going to be just chosen because you're extremely likable, or again, with luck, it's just like things are working out in your favor just because. That's not really going to be the case in this regard, to be honest with you. Instead, you're going to want to make sure that you put in a lot of active effort. You want to be smart. Is there something you can do more of? Can you stay over later? I'll be honest with you, Spirit's making me focus more on the general efficiency to what you do in your career. So it's not about showing you can do more, it's about what you do smarter, if that makes sense. They want to see how can you, that's great, you can work hard. They want to know that when you accomplish the gig, if they need you to accomplish it in a faster amount of time, you know what you're doing. It's not just showing what you want, but that you're worthy of it. And you are worthy of it, but you need to make sure that you give it a lot of love and attention and try. The Eight of Pentacles is kind of a warning of do not get lackadaisical. Don't get I'm tired of this, or take on a bad attitude at all. Make sure you kick your, butt into high gear and you put in the effort, because you're going to get it, but it does take effort, essentially. The Nine of Wands is just acknowledging that, it's understandable. You have the Eight of Pentacles vibe. You're tired. You've been at this for a while. You're starting to get a little burnt out, and saying, you're almost there. You're almost there. Stick with it. Stay with it. Now, this is really important, because while you will get this opportunity and this is awesome and you'll put in the effort and you'll get evaluated, and yes, you're tired, but keep going. Once you get it, you're going to be like, okay, this is fun. This is cool, but this isn't quite what I thought it was. Okay, I'll enjoy it for now because yay, more money, more whatever. It's a change of scenery. This is cool. But now I do know what I want. And because you're flowing in that better energy we talked about, because you're breaking the cycle and you're becoming the King of Pentacles, and these lessons being learned were figured out, once you're okay, I know what I want, that's when you get the Nine of Cups. This is another financial opportunity, which I'm very excited about. This is something big, though. This would be even potentially starting a new career and getting a really high level position, because essentially the Nine of Cups is getting exactly what you want, not 95. Exactly what you want, and that much more. Often this is the too good to be true card, but essentially, or wish card, but you do get everything you want. It's granted, it's awesome, it's amazing. So ultimately, you're leading in a really great direction, and you're going to get everything you want, overcome all these issues, and this is so fantastic and amazing. But you'll understand, ironically, Spirit wants me to tell you, and wants you to know that the journey is what's helping you fathom and understand yourself, in order to fathom and understand what you truly want, where you want to fit in this place, so that by the time you want it, you're in the right headspace in order to manifest it. So that's beautiful. So trust in the journey. You've got this. I'm excited for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please consider giving it a like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel like you would not believe. Have a lovely day. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!